Hey guys, Kaiser4 here. Time for yet another car video for the Mandalorian. Now, I watched it yesterday, but I had work today, and I wanted to watch it one more time because I want to get at least 2 viewings of this in before I start reviewing it, I guess. There's a lot to unpackage in 35 minutes of television for this one. So, the Mando decides to give up the Baby Yoda. But obviously, if you can't tell that he's going to go back for the kid, you haven't been watching TV for very long. And the whole rescue operation is just sickeningly cool. He gets the massive amounts of Beskar, which the whole Mando section, there's a whole section where he goes back to his enclave. He presents the massive amounts of Beskar to the clan leader, which is, of course, the armorer. Gets into a little bit of a scrap with another Mando who is very anti-Empire, which is understandable. The Empire did kind of screw over the Mandos. If they're going by any of the original canon, that's definitely the case. But it just, as a fan of Mandalorians, as somebody who that's my favorite characters. Like I said, I am a member of the Mercs. I know at least most of the mythology surrounding the Mandos, and other than the fact that they don't speak Mandoa, which I understand why they didn't do that, I guess, but at the same time, like, why not? Why not at least have them do a little bit of it? I don't know. Maybe they're saving that for later. Maybe that's, down the line somewhere. He gets the upgrade, of course, to his armor. All of his armor is now Beskar. He's so shiny. It's very cool. I don't know. I wonder if he's going to paint his armor to match his old color scheme, because that was cool. We also see something that will escape non-Mando and non-Star Wars fans is when the armorer decides, okay, the Mudhorn, the big woolly rhino from the last episode, that's going to be your signet. He goes, no, it wasn't my kill. It wasn't a clean kill. I was helped by an enemy. And that's a really big deal for a Mandalorian. You have to make your own kill for your ritual blooding. It's a very important part of Mandalorian tradition. I don't know why he wouldn't have gone through it already as a foundling. Normally, in the mythology, your adopted parent, whoever adopts you into the clan, would start teaching you at a very young age, and also at a very young age, you would go out and do your blooding. Like, he wouldn't be 30-something and doing this. Normally. Now, obviously, with the Empire and with, things being the way they are, maybe his got pushed back because a lot of the Mandalorians went into hiding. I don't know. That would be a really cool thing to find out later. We also get a bit more of his backstory. I gotta mention it before I get into that. He portrays more emotion with a blank helmet, with nothing. You cannot see this man's face at all. And he portrays more raw emotion than any character in the sequel trilogy. Or, I'm sorry, in the Disney trilogy. We can't call it the sequel trilogy anymore. I don't even want to call it the sequel trilogy, because it's not the sequel trilogy. The sequel trilogy was like the Thrawn saga, the Dark Empire saga, the Shadows of the Empire, stuff like the Yuzan Vong War. That's the sequels. Legacy is the sequels. Oh, I miss some of the good old days of the EU. We might get it back, though. You never know. This may be that sign. Maybe this is that sign that Disney has been waiting for, to say, all right, we might have made a mistake. Number 1, putting this woman in charge. Number 2, getting rid of thousands of pages and hundreds of hours, cumulative years worth of work in creating the expanded universe, to just throw that all away so that you can make these blank plank of wood characters. Fuck that noise. And again, the Mandalorian showing absolutely none of his face through sheer body language and amazing camera work. Like, the camera work in this show is really good. And the music is good. You feel everything swelling up. You know what he's feeling. You don't have to see his face. He projects it. It's projected by the show and the music. Fantastic. Cannot give enough credit to the, I believe it's Deborah, is it Deborah Chow? Or I can't remember off the top of my head. She was in all the promo stuff. She's directing this episode, and I think she directs one more episode. Holy hell. So good. So good. The special effects were good. Seeing a jet-packed Mando with a heavy freaking blaster cannon, with a 3-barrel blaster cannon. Oh! I just thought to myself, right there, that's the guy. Very Montross-like from Open Seasons. Going back, we do get a little bit more of his backstory. Battle droids invaded whatever his homeland was. His parents locked him away in a little basement thing, and then boom. And that's kind of the last thing we see is a super battle droid hanging over him, which obviously I assume a Mando rescued him and said, all right, kid, congrats, you got a new family. You're a Mando now. That's pretty badass. But it explains his disdain for droids and his distrust of droids. But this episode was so good. The dynamic between him and Carl Weathers' character. And I don't know if he did this. I think he did this on purpose. When he shoots Carl Weathers at the end of the episode, Grief Carcass, I think is his name. Karka, that's his name. Carl Weathers' character. When he shoots him in the pocket where he had some Beskar. And I think he did that on purpose. Maybe it was an accident. I think it was intentional. I think it's just one more way that Filoni and Favreau and Chow, the director of this episode, were like, yes, he is this badass. He is this good. And just, oh man, all of it. The whole episode was so good. The rescue was great. The little baby Yoda is as cute as ever. The whole thing with his, he has this stick shift for I assume it's I forget the name of it. It's on a helicopter too. You pull up on it and you gain altitude. Same basic principle. He's got one on the front of his ship, and little baby Yoda unscrews the top of it, the little 8-ball on top, and starts playing with it. And he's like, no, give me that. And that's kind of what leads him into going back for baby Yoda. Is he reaches for his ship's altimeter thing. Altitude gainer thingamajigger. Lifter offer switch. Good. I swear I'm not stupid. I swear I'm not. And, of course, the ball's not there. He kind of screws the ball back on and lands, goes get... the whole infiltration for getting Baby Yoda was amazing. Oh, man, it was so good. The whole episode was just so good. This is by far the best episode. I liked the first one. Second one was pretty good. Kind of a little more fun and adventure-y, the second one. This one was just hardcore. This is what Mandalorians are good at, is this. And, of course, people have a million complaints online. Oh, it should have been a female. Oh, it should have done this. Oh, the racism towards droids. Ignore all that shit. Watch a good show. Enjoy a good show. And don't feel ashamed of it. I'm a Star Wars fan, and I'm not ashamed to say this is a Disney production that I enjoy. Whether or not, again, they're going to drop the ball, it could happen. Whether or not Kathleen Kennedy's influence is going to sneak its way in there, I don't know. But so far, so really, really good. It looks like they wasted most of the soy on, what was it? The Ruse of Soy Walker? Oh, that's so good. Anyways, guys, that's the review. 2 thumbs way up. A++, 10 out of 10. this is the episode to watch. If this is kind of the I'm trying to think of the episode of Game of Thrones that I was like, okay, I can't not watch now. Don't remember it. It was one of the earlier ones, though, and I was just like, yep, I'm sold on this show, and watched it right through to the end. But this is that episode for The Mandalorian. If I ever had any doubts, nope, I'm in it for the long haul now. Even if it drops the ball, I'm in it for the long haul. So, 2 thumbs way up. Great episode. Go check it out yourself, guys. And y'all have an awesome day. May the Force be with you. And, as the Mandos say, oh yeah!